Yom Kippur is almost upon us and everybody's doing something I don't like. They go around to each other and they say something like this. Hey, listen, if I did anything wrong, I'm really sorry and please forgive me. Do you forgive me? And then the person says, oh, of course I forgive you. And do you forgive me? The guy says, oh yeah, of course I forgive you. And then you go on. I don't like this. I'm not telling you not to do it, but I'm going to tell you there's a better way. Now, what all of this is based on is a verse in the Torah, and it says, you shall be cleansed of all your sins before God. Lifnei Hashem titaru. However, the Talmud explains this verse to say, for transgressions between man and God, Yom Kippur atones. However, for transgressions between man and his friend, Yom Kippur cannot atone. In other words, it seems that that verse is telling us, hey, listen, Yom Kippur, that's between you and God. You want atonement from another person? Well, you got to go to that person. The reason I shared with you I don't like this almost flippant, hey, listen, if I did anything, please forgive me thing, is because it's so not real, I don't think that people really forgive each other. If you're really concerned with forgiveness, then you'll turn to an individual and you'll say, hey, listen, if I did anything wrong, please tell me what I did so that I can think about it and I can properly do tshuva. I can properly regret harming you. It's a much more mature approach to forgiveness. Not only is it more mature, but it's more effective. Why does the Torah say, Lifnei Hashem titaru, that before God I will atone for all of your sins? It's possible because without the atonement, the forgiveness from that fellow, then God also will withhold his forgiveness. And if you look at things from that approach, then that means all those things that you did against God, maybe a person didn't keep kosher so well or Shabbos, well, most of us didn't trust in God nearly enough, or we didn't pray to God nearly enough. Some of us did not give enough charity to others, which is a sin against the Almighty. We didn't do any of that. God is withholding forgiveness until we can go to the individuals that we harmed and get proper forgiveness from them. That perhaps is why the Talmud tells us that if someone comes to you in a sincere vein and wants forgiveness and you refuse to give it to them, then you are called cruel. Why are you cruel? Because even though you're saying, I'm not going to forgive him for speaking badly about me, so it's one thing to withhold forgiveness from that fellow for the sin he did against you. But in essence, you're actually withholding forgiveness from the Almighty for all the sins that had nothing to do with you. And that's cruel. There is one other case we have to address. And that is the case where you did not do anything wrong to another person, and you don't need to go and ask forgiveness from them. But others need to come to you and ask forgiveness from you. What are you supposed to do? What if they don't come? If they don't come to you, then you're kind of left in the balance here. You're saying, I want to do the mitzvah of forgiving them, but they're not even owning up to their mistake. Now what do I do? At least you should call them before Yom Kippur and wish them a good Yom Tov. Wish them a good holiday. And by doing so, you break down barriers. And I will tell you, on a personal level, it has happened to me, where one time a person wronged me terribly. I was sharing this halacha, this law with another person. And he said to me, he goes, well, Rabbi, did you make the call to that fellow? I said, no, I didn't. And he said to me, well, Rabbi, you're the rabbi. If you're not going to do it, why should I do it? I got up from my chair, walked over to the phone, dialed the number. I said, hey, Shloimi, it's Yitz. There was a pause at the other end of the phone. And then he said, Yitz, I am so sorry for what I did to you. I had no idea I harmed you until another person harmed me in the same way. Since that time, Shloimi and I have been very good friends. We repaired our relationship, and everything has moved forward in a proper way. I'm Rabbi Yitz Wein of the Young Israel Esher Las Vegas, and I'm wishing you an easy fast on Yom Kippur, a day that should be filled with atonement and joy, and it should lead us to do only great things together in the new year.